guys, welcome back to Regular Secular Mama. If you are new here, my name is Cassie Roberts and I'm a homeschooling mom to two kiddos who are currently ages 8 and 11 years old. This video is just a super quick book haul video because I am excited that I finally get to purchase books again. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I imposed a book buying ban on myself for the month of January because we may have overspent just a little bit on books last year. So I went the whole month of January without buying any new books, but January is over now. So I treated us a little bit to a few new books. We also decided to add in another language arts program. I have been posting a lot of videos recently about Michael Clay Thompson, and we still love Michael Clay Thompson. We're still using it, but I wanted to add in a few more things. Specifically, I wanted more literary analysis type of stuff, and we just weren't quite getting that with the independent reading that I was assigning on my own. So anyway, that's going to come in a later video. That's not what this video is about. I'm just sharing all of the goodies I got in the mail recently. So I'll start off with the books that I got to go with our new language arts. I just went ahead and got the grade level that my kids would be in, 3rd and 5th grade levels. So here are the books that I got for the 5th grade level. The first one, and one that I have not actually read before, I don't know how I went my whole childhood without reading this book, but it is Anne of Green Gables. And I think I had a copy somewhere around here, but this one was on Book Outlet and the cover was just really pretty and I wanted a pretty cover. And it was in great shape. Book Outlet actually sells like publisher overstock books. So they do usually have a mark, it's like a dot or something, but otherwise they're brand new books. They're in great shape and you can get really good deals. So I got Anne of Green Gables. And the next book I got was The Mighty Miss Malone. This one I got used. I buy most of our books used usually, and my favorite websites to use are Thrift Books and Better World Books. Better World Books actually donates books. I believe it's 1 book per book purchased that they donate. So I like to use them. They also have free shipping and the prices are based on where you live in the country. So I can usually get a better deal because I think I'm close to one of their distribution centers. So I got The Mighty Miss Malone, which is the first book in the grade 5 lightning literature. My daughter just started this one today and she says she likes it so far, so we'll see how it goes. The next one I got is Brown Girl Dreaming. I was very pleased with this one. I wasn't expecting it to be in such great shape coming from a used website, but it looks like it's never even been read before. So I lucked out on that one. I did not realize this, but this book is actually written in verse, which is not something we have read a lot of in our homeschool. So I'm excited to see how we enjoy reading a novel in verse versus just, poetry here and there. The next book is Tripods. Now the curriculum lists this as the Tripods, but it's actually a trilogy, and the first book is called The White Mountains. So this is the book we'll start with. If she likes it, I'll get her the rest of the series. This looks really fun. It's like a dystopian sci-fi kind of book. I don't know much about it, so I'm excited to read this one with her. The next one is one I haven't read either. It's Boy, Tales of Childhood by Roald Dahl. This one is not in great shape. The cover's pretty bent up and torn, but it's a used copy and I'm sure it'll get lots of love here too. And then I also got I Am Malala. This one is, this is the Young Readers edition. I actually already have the original edition, like the adult version or young adult version, but we'll be reading this one to go along with lightning literature. And I also lucked out and got this one with a really nice newer cover, and the dust jacket is perfectly intact for a used book. That's not common. So that was a nice surprise. So that is it for grade 5 lightning literature. The rest of the books that are included in the curriculum I already own. So for the grade 3 level, I think I owned most of them. I only wound up purchasing a couple of those books. The first one is The Big Wave by Pearl S. Buck. I have never heard of this one before. I guess it's the story of a boy and his friend who live in Japan, and their village gets wiped out by a large wave, like a tsunami. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. It's geared toward my son's age level though. So it sounds really interesting and not something I would have picked up for him, but it looks really good. We also have another Roald Dahl book for grade 3, and that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I have a feeling this one might be a bit above his reading level. We may just read this together, or I'll hand him the audiobook. He really likes audiobooks, so that might be one way we do this book. And that's all I got for grade 3 lightning literature. Like I said, I own most of those books, so I didn't have to buy too many of them. Now, we could go the library route, and normally I do, but the fact that some of these books are spread out over the course of a few weeks, and I wanted to like mark the pages and stuff, it was worth it to me just to own them, so it's easier, and we always have it sitting there when we're ready for it. So I try not to buy too many books on Amazon, mostly because I like to buy used and I like to use other websites that give better rewards points. And I don't know, I'm not a fan of Amazon. But they had their buy 3 for the price of 2 sale on books. And there was one book that I wanted to buy that I could only find on Amazon. So I went ahead and got 3. One of them is a beautiful newer cover of Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. I used to own the old tiny like mass market paperback version of it, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and I came across this newer cover that I thought was so pretty. So now we have a nice new copy of this. And then here's the book that I was actually looking for that I could only get on Amazon. I found an older version on, I think it was Thrift Books, but I wanted a more updated version, so I got this copy of 1001 Things You Should Know About African American History. We actually used a little bit of this for our recent history unit on the beginnings of slavery, and we'll come back to it later throughout our American history. So it was nice just to own a copy rather than getting one from the library every time we need it. And then my third book that I got from Amazon for their sale was Everything You Need to Know to Ace American History in One Big Fat Notebook. I've seen these notebooks before. I've even flipped through them at, I think it was a museum, and I thought they looked really fun, like a fun, concise way to like wrap up what we've been learning. I won't assign this, and I probably won't read aloud from it, but I think it'll be something fun just to have on my shelf in the case the kids want to grab it and look through it. The next book here I got for a unit study that a company reached out to me to review for them, and that is The Dust Bowl, an interactive history adventure. My kids love You Choose books, and I thought this was a really nice, engaging, sort of nonfiction You Choose book. I have not read these nonfiction You Choose books before. So it starts out with a nice little chunk that is just a nonfiction overview of what the Dust Bowl is. And they've got some really nice pictures in here. It did a really nice job keeping my son engaged. He's 8 and a little antsy, and I felt like there's just enough pictures to supplement the text. And then they give you a couple of different options for where to start the story and what choices you'll make, you know, whether you're gonna leave your farm and head out to find more work, or if you're going to stay and ride out the storms. So this was a really nice choice, and I'm glad that I picked it up to go with our unit study. In my last book haul video, I shared that I had decided to purchase a Book of the Month membership for myself just as a little treat. I don't treat myself often to pretty much anything ever. So this was just something for me. I've been really enjoying picking out my own book every month that's just for me. It's brand new, it's a hardcover. The editors pre-select 5 new publications that are published that month to choose from. So I know one of them, you know, they're bound to be books that I'm going to enjoy. So this month's selection, I chose A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. And I picked this one because it's kind of a chunker, and I was in the mood for something a little more adventurous and kind of fantasy. It sounds really good, and I think it's the first in a series. So far, I've been enjoying pretty much everything I've gotten from Book of the Month, so I trust their choices. That's all for this quick little book haul video. I hope you enjoyed that. I am really excited about buying books again after my little book buying ban, but hopefully I won't go overboard this year like I did last year. Definitely keep an eye out for the lightning literature. I am really excited to share that with you guys and to see how well it works in our homeschool. It seems like it's gonna be a little more hands-off, so I'm kind of excited about that part of it, and will hopefully free me up to do some other things. If you enjoy book hauls and curriculum reviews and homeschooling content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new content. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. I've been really enjoying getting more comments from you guys lately, so thank you so much. If you are a fan of lightning literature, or if you have read any of these books and you enjoy them, let me know below, and I will see you next time. Bye! I am a homeschooling